Hey everyone, last video I showed you a very basic prototype of a card game I'm working on, and it's just a work in progress in the basic gameplay. And meanwhile, there's been a lot of developments, and I have a server going. There's an API for authentication, there's a WebSocket server for the gameplay, for the game server, and there's also a lobby server, but that one I probably will skip later on in any case. But I want to show you what's new in the game. So you can see right off the bat there are, if you saw last video, we didn't have any of these things. So there's a timer here, there's a turn, and each location has the total score, which is calculated on the server side and passed on to the client. And we also have the moves for the turn, or energy, if you will, mana, whatever you want to call it. And there's also an end turn button. So the game is working. There is a game server, and there's also an AI that plays random moves. So just to get it going and test. So we're getting really close to something that's playable. It doesn't have any depth. There's no effects or anything like that. It's just really just moves and or cost, let's say, and power per card. So really basic, but it's work in progress and it's getting results. And let me just see if the server is running. Okay, I'll start the server. And I want to show you, instead of jumping straight to the game, we will start with the login screen. Behold the beauty of it. So let's start again. So this is a demo account, just demo, and just for the purposes of just trying the game, we will authenticate, we go to a main menu screen, and here we'll have updates, all that stuff. And when we play, we are queued, but we are instantly paired with an AI. So this is what we removed, but for development, I always need someone to play with, so I'll just go ahead and click. And here we go. Timer is ticking, and I can play some card. You can see that I also lost moves here, or energy. The I played, and you can see that the totals have changed. So it's getting there. Now, the next step, I need to still wrap some things up in the game server, but I'm going to put it online and test it out. And then I will also, I'll try to add some effects, like generic effects that I can fit both into cards, locations, and then, you know, that's going to have a lot of stuff, you know, start of turn, end of turn, when play, and all that kind of stuff. But then we're going to go into the core feature I want to do, and I'm not sure if that will be compatible with 3 locations. It might require more. I have yet to see that. I also thought of having just 1 location with 4 directions, you know, like this will be like 4-player in a single session instead of 1. But the core idea I want to test, that's going to be the spice of the game, and I'm not sure how that will play out. I know I'm keeping it under wraps, but hopefully next video I'll already be able to hint at what it is. And I think you guys will enjoy it. I think it allows for a lot of possibilities. And you know, card games are in essence puzzle games, you know, a mix of trying to read what your opponent will do. You can also try to counter that. But in the end of the game, these are all mini puzzles. Each turn is a puzzle you need to solve. And you can build up your puzzle solution over time, but you develop a strategy. And what I'm going to do, I think, has a lot of potential to be very flexible, let's say, in how the game works, and can create some twists. But we'll see. I have to develop that idea still. In any case, the game is in a pretty good state. Maybe I can show you a bit of the server now. So, first of all, the messaging. I want to show you guys this because I don't know how you guys do it for WebSocket. But what I did is I create an attribute, And the attribute essentially will put these values in the message. You can see there's a base message. And so the sequence ID, we'll talk about this later on. But basically, I just annotate each of the classes with their values. And so this message is going to be group 1, which is more like authentication, main menu, all that stuff. And it's basically just not non-game related messages. For game, I reserved group 2. And they're really straightforward. Some of them are just empty and they just send a group an ID, and it's enough to do something about it. Also, this is also not used right now because the authentication, when you connect through WebSocket, you actually pass the token on the headers. So this is actually not used right now. But you can see the messages are really straightforward. Many of them are empty. And some of them, they just send, like the state of the game, which you need if you get disconnected, for example. I send here, for example, the whole card information, and the client kind of like determines what it has to do with it. Also, when you update a card, for example. So from the client perspective, the client does not need to send the card information, just what card it is and where you want to place it. So that's enough, really minimum. It's all JSON right now, WebSockets. I do want to change to just sending bytes, because that can improve a lot the performance of the server, not having to deal with encoding and decoding JSON, but rather just straight up bytes. That's much more efficient. But this is just encoding and decoding. So the messages will stay the same. That's just when we parse the message that will change. So it's in a good state. And I think the game is progressing very well. And yeah, I hope next video I can bring you something much more interesting with the mechanic that I would like to try. Also, if you would like to join the alpha, I created a group on Discord. Just let me know there and I'll add it to the group. I think it will be pretty fun. We'll play together, maybe some voice chat while playing, and I think it's going to be entertaining. This is really rough around the edges, but I think part of the fun is going to be with that. You guys will see all of this roughness and you'll see it grow. Eventually all of this will be replaced by a nice UI, nice 3D models, even for the card, not just flat stuff. So it will progress, and if you guys want to be a part of it, just let me know. I'll add to the group and I'll take your input as well. Maybe you can contribute to the game as well, if you would like. And yeah, that's pretty much it. If you want to support me, I have a Patreon and I don't put anything there. So all the content is here on YouTube and open on Discord. You don't need to support me on Patreon to enter the alpha. But if you'd like to contribute, I would really appreciate it. And that being said, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.